Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Exercinic show. So I had, been having a few doubts happening to me a few days ago, and I was wondering if the Exercinic show is the right thing to call the stream or not. You know, if me using 3D code was good. But you know what, guys? Basically, what's going on here with this stream is just me showcasing some of the things that I gotta do, and also, hopefully giving anyone out there a voice to share what they have and for us to share as a community. So I'll stick with the Exercinic show for now until we get like a better name. And I think it's cool, when I set up my Twitch account, I just use my my internet handle, which is Exercinic, not really realizing the actual stream is going to be named that. So I just put show on the end of the logo right here and put the D in front. So I think it's an easy way for you guys to find me on Twitch. I think if I change it, it might be hard to find me. So for now, I think this is good. Let me know in your comments again. I think adding 3D in there might be cool or something, but we'll see how it all works out. Maybe adding art or something. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go back to doing some retopo work on the superhero character in 3D code. All the techniques that you see here could be used in Blender, it could be used in TopoGun, it could be used in ZBrush, it could be used in 3D Studio Max, it could be used in Maya. These are all relatively universal techniques in retopoing a sculpt. The reason why you do this is because you can't really use high density sculpt to do animation with it, and to pose it and that kind of thing. You need to kind of dumb it down a little bit so you could add bones and you could pose in your computer without your computer exploding on you. So that's what we're doing. So we're adding like a low resolution mesh. I'm trying to use edge loops because that's the best way to get your characters to deform. Also trying to use some artistic licensing when it comes to having the polygon edge flows go along the contours of the mesh, things like that. These things I've done throughout the years in in various forms of fashion. So let's get right to it. I'm happy that you're here, so let's go. Welcome to the show. Let's go. Okay, 3D code is firing up, and we'll get right to it. Okay, so what you were hearing, the little chimes and stuff, is me trying to run some software in a virtual machine. So I know in the past, before we jump into retopoing this, I know that I've mentioned the origin of my name, right? From a program called Softimage XSI. I think what I'll do before we get back into adding polygons to this guy, hopefully I think this part is going to go a lot quicker. So before we do this, I'm going to show you guys that software. If you haven't seen it before, I'll show what it looks like. Now the version I have here is called this XSI mod, the Softimage XSI mod tool, which is a free version of it. It's basically the full program minus some rendering features and stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at that. So let's go to that. I'm gonna pull out that virtual machine right here. There we go. Okay, guys. One of the many benefits of using Linux. So I'm gonna launch Softimage. Okay, this is a mod. As I said, this is a version called the mod tool. Not perfect, but it's good enough. I can't remember up to what version Softimage XSI got up to. I think it may have gotten up to I want to say 2021 or 22 or something like that, before, or maybe 2020 or something, or 2019, before Autodesk killed it. Okay, so here's the mod tool, and you have your four windows. It looks like a standard like 3D Studio Max viewport, right? And you know, you could start. The cool thing about XSI, you could start with like making primitives. Let's make a primitive cube. See, just make it's kind of like Maya that way, where you could just click on cube and it makes a cube. I think, yeah, Blender does that. Max puts you in a create mode where you could get to create the dimensions of the cube. Okay, go full screen here. Let's see what we have for camera view properties. Okay, here's the camera properties. Yeah, you could change all these parameters here. Let's go into a user view. And let's change the properties on the user here. Let's go 70 on that. Ah, that's nice. So yeah, guys, this was the hot kid on the block for a minute. Let's go solid, shaded. Turn headlights on. There we go. Yeah, this was a hotness for a minute. Okay, click on that. Let's click transform. Okay, there we go. Maybe a one camera view. Shaded. Yeah, might be better. So you have different things. You have model, you have render. Render options. You have a scanline renderer. And it comes with mental ray by default. Render manager. Wow, I haven't seen these things in so long. Oh yeah, there's the render size right here. Look at these sizes. This is so cool. I know. Oh man. Okay, let's see how the modeling is in here. Alright, so like we want to cut into this. I believe there's tools to do that. Ah, look at that. This is the tool I wanted. There we go. Yep. It's all coming back, guys. It's all coming back. Yeah, this was the tool to know at the time. Now I think like the 3D DCC tool to you know that's really good to know would be like Houdini. And of course Maya is like the Photoshop of 3D design. You know, most every animation studio under the sun uses Maya to some degree. Yeah guys, it's been a minute since I used this thing. Okay, so one other cool thing, let's go here to model. One other cool thing that I absolutely adore about using this is to go in, like you could go in polymesh here. Where is it? Oh yeah, polymesh and modify, and you could do an add. You could do an add, edit polygon tool. That is so cool. So like, check us out. You come here, click there. There, here, and it actually makes a free floating polygon. Now if we turn snapping on, let's try snapping. So let's turn that on too. And if you hold control, you get snap. You can snap to that grid there. Oh man, this is bringing back some memories. Okay, let's go here. There we go. So we got that, and I think it's Control, Shift E, or just maybe E. Oh. Oh, that's focus. Got that. Let's extrude this. Extrude along an axis. Yeah, boy. This was hot back. This was really hot. This is using soft emerge, guys. I'm getting in the groove of it now. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Needless to say, you know, working in Blender definitely sped things up for me. Yeah, I just remember that one. I think what I did is put the extrude on a shortcut. Yeah. that's cool. All right, all right. Yeah, so many different memories of using this thing. Yep, and then I use the N. I have to add back a poly. Oh, snap. Maybe we should have a series of looking at different 3D modeling applications. That might be a kind of cool thing to do. Look at that. Oh, we already have a building right there. Let's get rid of this thing over here. No, I'm not able to select this guy. Okay, so one of the cool things about this too is that this have like an outliner almost. Let's go to user view and let's go into headlights. So shaded. Yep. And if the cube is giving trouble to select, you can select it right here in the Explorer, Scene Explorer. Yeah, we're getting back to it. Let's go 50. Oh yeah. Look at that. Focus on that, F. Oh man. Okay guys, we're gonna start doing work in the soft image mod tool. I'm just joking. Okay, let's get back into that's enough fun here, had by all. Let's jump into 3D code and we start working there. But this was fun. Thanks for indulging me, guys. Okie dokie. I'm gonna see if I could work out this thing right here. Okay, run instructions here. I'm gonna hit enter and see what this gives us. Yeah, that's what I thought, nothing. So let's undo that and let's go ahead and make a, I know I'm supposed to add like Pro 500 on this. Oh, come on. Okay, this is gonna take some work. Let's see what this gives us. Even though I subdivided that, it still did that. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna do some tweaking. Should have a quick access 1, 2, and 3. What is that about? Maybe I could add this to quick access. How to distribute? What is that about? Okay, I thought it would mention something about the quick access, but it's all good. Okay, so I don't know if my course of action for this was was that good. You know, maybe you know, doing that fancy thing, probably that wasn't that good. Let's see what the armpits look like first. The armpits is not bad. You know, the armpits is not bad, and basically we're working our way radially out like this, which is what you want to do. You know, so now it's just about massaging, bringing these shapes into like some kind of submission where it conforms with the muscle. Right, we're just going to do it basic, and then we could subdivide it. So that could be another cut right there. Okay, let's see. Let me add like another loop cut in here. Right here. Right here. No auto snap. No wonder it wasn't working. Auto snapping is off. Let's select everything. I'm gonna get out of here with that. Gonna select this. Yeah, I didn't realize auto snap. You want to definitely make sure auto snap is on. So let's get this happening. Entire mesh. Oh, or maybe selected. Let's see. Yep, snap. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. For a minute there, I was like, whoa, whew. Okay, we got it. We're on track now. Now everything will make sense. Okay, so I got that there. I'm just kind of trying to follow along here. Let's just bring this guy over here. Let's get rid of this guy. So spreading these out. So I'm getting the kind of radial stuff happening here, which is what you want for bending. Okay, let's focus on the arm here. Let's rotate. You know, we got a little mess there, but we'll fix that. Let's just kind of clean up the edges right here. Got a nice flow. Right, probably want to cut that there. Get rid of that. Let's bring this over here. Just gonna bring in these here, like so. Okay, let's see. That's another loop cut. We could do it. Split. Perfect. I just want to see where this edge is going. Where this edge is going. Okay. This edge is rolling here. It could connect with this, but let's do this. Let's connect this over here. Let's move that aside. I believe I want another split. Okay, so we just made that there. I'm just gonna connect this part here. I believe this has enough splits to really get the sense of what's happening. Let's bring this over here. Let's get rid of this. I think I want to do this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah. It's a little bit nicer. Okay, so I want to get the shape happening here. So we already kind of have like major rings that's going to allow this to bend. So we just have to just kind of try to get the muscles happening. So we could do this now. Just grab the outer edges of this. This actually wants to come around like this. I mean, ideally, you know, you'll probably like try to just do the edge like that. Let's just get rid of this. Let's bring this over here. Let's bring this into this. Just kind of bring this into here. Let's delete that. Okay, so I'm gonna continue this edge along here. Get rid of this. Okay, I can have 2 more loops coming back this way. I think that might help. So let's go. Let's see if we get that loop. The rings. The reason why it's stopping there because there's some triangles happening. Oh, come on. You know what I'm trying to do. There we go. Okay. I think we may have captured the bicep somewhat. Just had to redistribute this a little bit, and yeah, that'll make for a really good bending, I think. Hold on. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see. Okay, so I know that strip. What's that strip? I can add at least one more there. Okay, let's add one more. Right here. No, we could add two. So this is, can we add two? No. Let's at least add the one. Okay. Okay, I think we got the shoulders happening. Whoa, what's happening here? We don't need, we could, all right, let's fix that. You know, whatever we see to do, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna fix it that way. Whatever we see to fix, we're gonna fix. Yeah, I feel that that's looking a lot better that way. Let's go to this edge here. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Let's go back to that lovely brush tweak. T, A. That's something different. Okay, let's use that loop cut and let's see if we could add some more. It's actually called ring, split rings. Let's do that. Let's do this. That's not bad. I feel like I'm adding way too much, but at this point in time, I guess we could delete. You know, you could always delete and destroy things, right? That's easy. Okay, that feels pretty good. Alright, so I'm looking at it now. So yeah, we definitely got something we could deform. You know, kind of radial going out like that. You know, like this, these kinds of things. And then we kind of hug the shape, the contours of the muscle. Okay, let's do a little more freeform stuff on the chest. It's gonna come here. Yeah, it's gonna keep it as simple and freeform as possible. This is subdivide that. Let's subdivide this. Yep, and an auto snap is on, which makes all the difference. Okay, so I see somewhere where we could split, but we're gonna keep it simple. Let's continue. Let's make the insignia here. Gonna bring this down a little bit more. Okay. All right. All right. I think that's cool. You know, maybe this will change a little bit, but for now that's cool. Just gonna continue that kind of strips thing happening. I think I'm gonna have one more strip go around there, band there, and have one more strip go around the arm there, and then we'll use the other things to kind of conform to the muscles. I think that'll work. Of course, you know, you don't have to guess these things. You could look at there's edge loop charts for human anatomy and that kind of thing. I just want to look over this real quick. Oh, this is the extrude I was looking for. Where was I looking? I was looking. No, this is the extrude right here. Okay, so we have select. Okay, so am I able to go in full blast here? Let's go like that. Auto mode, hotkey F1. Hotkeys are essential. That's the extrude I wanted, guys. Okay. I'm gonna have to split that. Not bad, not bad. Am I able to tweak? Oh, that would have been crazy if I was able to tweak while doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna split that way. Okay, let's continue with our strips. I'm not going to screw around. No need to get every single iota. I just need to get up to there, and we can always split things out. Okie dokie. All right. As I said, I just wanted one ring to go around that. We're gonna do that. Let's use the quads. Okay, I'm gonna take a look right here. This looks a little odd. Okay, I just need to get this right here, move that over there a little bit. Okay, even that out a bit. Something like so. Okay, let's get back. Let's just tweak this right here while we're down here. This is so cool, being able to tweak these things on the fly. It's definitely a a nice time saver. Okay. I think I'm gonna come over here now. Let's just move this kind of like that. Kind of move these into some kind of, on the edge. Yeah, to meet that edge there. Let's do this so that this meet this edge right here. Okay, so as we do this stuff, we learn stuff, right? So one thing is that you want to probably represent your surfaces with as few polygons as possible, and then you could like subdivide it, to the point where you need it. I'm almost doing it where it's kind of slightly subdivided, but I'm really careful to try to capture the elements of this. And nothing is saying that we can't go back on the sculpt and actually sculpt more detail, and we could definitely do that. Just get the final here. Okay, and then I'm going to use this nifty little tweak brush that they have. It's kind of, almost kind of redistribute the, gonna fix the edge flows, where the edges and polygons flow together. You can do it like that. Okay, see that there? I'll just start to form like where that muscle is coming up right there. Just gonna go around here. Take our time. at this here. Just gotta fix that guy back. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so yeah. Okay, I want another strip of polygons. Where's this thing? To ZBrush. Okay, I want another strip of polygons running along the bicep here. Or should I? I'm looking at it now. I'm wondering if that's even needed. I mean, I could try to cap it off like that. You know what? Let's give it a shot. I'm just gonna go kind of haphazardly and just draw it. So, to be honest with you guys, Jesus cleaned me up a lot, you know. So to a lot of people throughout my life, you know, they may look and say, Nick, what are you talking about? You know, you've always been a cool person, you know, whatever it is. But, you know, it's kind of like what's in your mind and what's in your heart, you know. Sometimes, you know, we see ourselves differently than how others see ourselves. You know, man, we see ourselves differently to I know how the Lord sees us, for sure. I mean, if you're a person who ever read the Bible and see how God views people, you know, God loves people, you know, basically. You know, you can imagine like somebody giving their son to die on behalf of somebody else that they know is a wicked or bad person, or a person that's not so good. I mean, who's actually gonna do that in real life? Like almost nobody, you know. So so my encounter with the Lord, you know, happened at a young age, and you know, throughout adulthood, you know, I'm still learning about who God is and who Jesus is. You know who Jesus is, right? This stuff is this is tough stuff, you know. I mean, like, and then on top of that, you have like everything else in the world, and you know, yeah. I mean, you know, and then you know there's a devil out there who's just trying to confuse you, you know, or discourage you, you know, at different points in time. You know, but I thank God for you know, for how far he's taken me as a person, you know, and you know, I'm hoping that, you know, I could do him proud, you know, so that he could say, you know, well done, you know. That would be great, you know, to, you know, if I die, you know, to enter into his kingdom. And he's like, wow, you know, you did pretty good, man, you know. Although I don't know. I have faith that things are going to work out, you know, personally with you know, with my own, you know, person, you know. So that's as far as I'll go. I hope this helps somebody out there. You know, if you're struggling, or if you're not too sure, if you're trying to get to know God in a real way, you know, hopefully you realize that you're not alone, you know. Definitely not alone, you know. It's a bunch of people trying to get to know the Heavenly Father, you know, in the way that he wants us to know him. you know, and it definitely it takes, I don't know. I guess it takes practice. It takes perseverance. It takes patience. You know, all those things. So these are just my feelings, guys. You know, it's not preaching or anything like that. You know. You know, if you love your mom, you know, you don't have a religion with your mom. You know, you have a relationship. If you have a dad, you know, you don't have a religion with your dad. You have a relationship with your dad. So hopefully, hopefully it's a relationship. You know, so I don't see it as that. You know, I just see it as trying to get to know the creator of the universe. You know, through his word. You know, I mean, not just through my own head. Anywho's, you know, these things, I think about things like these, like that while, you know, modeling. Sometimes I think about code too, you know. The more I learn about, you know, coding, you know, I'm still learning, guys, you know. I know there's like a lot of people out there who are like really expert coders, and I don't know, maybe there comes a point where you don't really learn anything that new. But for me, you know, I'm always kind of learning. You know, I think it surprised people to say, oh, you know, like, you know, Nick, you're developing a game and you're still learning how to code, maybe. Like, yeah, and I don't think I have all the answers, you know. So, and I don't think I have all the methods and systems figured out. A matter of fact, I think that's the plight of like most games, is that the developers are still figuring things out. That's why they release patches and stuff. Because if you had it all figured out and everything worked perfectly, you wouldn't need a patch. You know, imagine video games need patches and updates. You know, just so that, you know, the game performs better and playing better hardware, or the graphics is better, or whatever it might be, or the enemy AI might be better. That's my biggest thing right now is you know, learning the fundamentals of coding and figuring out enemy AI. You know, it's more about like systems and stuff, you know, like what drives what, you know. Okay, so I think I perfectly covered his arm there and captured the silhouette of what his arm's supposed to do. Let's move on to his chest. I don't think his chest necessarily bends like, I mean your chest, let's see, your muscles move in your chest. And your back, you know, that's your shoulder blade that moves and that kind of thing. So I don't have to worry too much about that. Definitely, like, his abs would have to be properly, you know, subdivided. In the edge flow has got to be properly there. So we could just do a little freeform here just to capture the flow of the clavicle and different things. Let's do that. I'm gonna use big sweeping polygons, and then we could subdivide them. I think that's been working out really well so far.
Hello.
Whoa, hello. I was like, Nicky spoke to me. It's Mr. Potato. How you doing, Mr. Potato? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, you know. I'm trying to make this I'm trying to make this look as interesting as possible. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I don't know if I'm succeeding. I think I'm getting pretty close to making it look somewhat interesting. Oh, it just dropped? Yeah, I realized that. I don't know why it dropped. That happens from time to time. I think it might be a OBS thing or something. Or it could be that like around this time, like the Twitch servers are like crowded with other streamers. At least that's my theory. I'm not sure. So what are you? I like your idea. What are you proposing? Are you saying that maybe we should do a community short film, or you thinking about a short film that you alone will do, or like an XSI Nick show short film kind of thing? Your idea intrigues me, sir. Oh, alone, okay. Okay. For a minute there, I was like, wow, Mr. Potato with the ideas there. That sounds great. What is it going to be about? That sounds great. A potato life in the city. I can see it now. Now, are you gonna do it with the little potato character guy that you made? So far, your idea is sounding like it's gonna be pretty cool. Oh, you just need to learn how to use bones. Well, you know, if you're doing that, if you're gonna do your short film, then you're gonna learn. That's a good way. That's a good way of learning stuff, like doing a little short film and stuff. I approve. I approve of this, sir. Go forth. Go forth and make your film. Not like you need my permission. Okay, let's come here. Okay. You hit your head against the desk because you made a stupid mistake. What mistake did you make? Okay guys, you could definitely go through like this and we'll make this all work out, right? So don't worry too much. Okay, okay. Anyway, doing a short film is a great idea. So good luck with that. It's sorry about that. Okay guys, so basically I'm coming in here and I'm kind of laying down kind of like what's happening. I mean, this part actually we could do it like this. Might be a little bit overkill, but let's try it. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, the question is, do you like squares, sir? Do you like to watch squares on the screen? I do. Nifty little squares. Nifty. I know I use those words, guys. It's just funny. Let's go. Okay, like this is like what I'm doing here is almost like a no-no. You kind of don't want to do stuff like that, but at this point in time, we're just trying to just get this thing retopo, and we're gonna really pay attention to like the joints. So like the joints, we're gonna make sure we do the like how we did the bicep. You know, the bicep is probably the harder joint to do. That maybe not even the elbow. Yeah, I would say the joint, the bicep is harder to do. Everything else has a specific pattern in which it's supposed to be done, like especially like the hands. Excuse me, when I say bicep, my bad, I mean the shoulder, right? The shoulder where it bends right there. My bad, I said bicep, I meant shoulder. Let's just zoom out a bit. Let's see what we got. A little bit of a mess here, but we'll work on that some more. As with most other things, as long as we get what it is we need. I think I should run like a cut right down along there. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And of course, guys, you know, I'm gonna try to push this as far as I can, while trying to make it exciting for anybody that's watching. Pretty tall order. Ah, boy. I'll deal with that later. Whatever. Let's go. Let's go. Vamos! Okay, let's go the other way now. Click, click. Wait a minute. Okay, good thing I caught that. Okay, so I had a request of somebody saying that I should stream playing games. So I'll definitely do that right after this. So I'm gonna try my best, guys. I'm gonna try streaming a game right after we do modeling and art and drawing and all the stuff that we'll be doing here on the channel. I'm gonna try to end the stream by playing a game. I'm gonna look for the most exciting game to play and play it. So far, that game to me has been Quake. But if anybody else out there has like an idea for like a game they would want to see me play and react to, yeah, feel free to put that suggestion out there. I've been playing Quake Champions. And I'm mad rusty. I'm not good. Quake is like an old game from back in the day. Yeah, so this Quake Champions is a free version of Quake out there. It's just pretty interesting. I had no idea anything like that existed. Okay, yeah, so I think that insignia is looking pretty good. And we're able to put it along the edge there. Let's continue. Let's continue with this. Let's go. Let's use a quads tool and see if we could do this a lot, make these squares a lot faster. Come on, you could do it. Alright. I'm just taking a look at this real quick here, guys. Let's make sure this is all lined up. Da da da, like that. Da da da, like that. Let's see this like this. Well, you know, maybe not Quake. You know, I probably wouldn't play Quake on stream. Definitely something exciting though. I could play like a standard old, standard Fortnites and whatnot. Aha! I see I could distribute that thing over there like that. But this has got to end. Like so. Okay. Let's rotate rotate. Okay, I see what has to happen here. We're gonna a lot of triangles, guys. That's how we escape from polygons and doesn't want to flow in the way that we want them to. Damn. Okay. This would be nice to have something that's coming along here. Let's do that. Grab that guy here. Oh. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. Like that. Let's come back like this. I just kind of want to capture this this little muscle that's running up the side of his neck here. I mean, yeah, we could do it. It's no big deal. Come on, you could do it. Oops. This, then that, then this to here. Nope, that's mega wrong. Let's just do that. Alrighty. Okay, so we did catch a little bit of that, not much. Guys, I may be if you look at probably previous retopo, some other videos that we've done in the past with automatic retopo and some retopo I did by hand, I'm moving a little bit more careful with this model, a little bit more, only because I know the character is going to be front and center. The animation's got to look pretty convincing. It doesn't have to look photoreal or anything, but it's got to look nice. So I'm moving a little bit careful with this one. Okay, I'm gonna add that like that there. I'm gonna split. Let's do something like this. And let's bring this polygon here like so. Let's bring this polygon there like so. Oh, just gonna do that. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, let's take a little look at this guy here. I don't know about what I did here. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's the way that should be. Let's just cut here. Let's go here. Connect that. Let's get rid of these. I know technically that's supposed to. Let's see here. That was that. Let's cut that across. Get rid of that. Goes away for that there a little bit. Okay, let's get that tweak tool. Okay, so I'm trying to follow that thing there, and I'm gonna do some cuts. Gonna hold on to the shape. In the end, the ideal thing would be to do like a perfect kind of mesh with none of these, like me cutting out the muscles and all that, and then you actually add like a underlying muscle, you know, simulated muscle under there. Attach that to the bones, and whenever the character flexes, you get all these different muscle things. Now I'm thinking that I could still kind of do something like that with this, but we'll see. I don't think, like, for what it is I'm doing for the short, it's basically a short trailer almost. I don't think I would need to have that muscle simulation in there for this guy. I think that might, at that point, it might be a little bit overkill for what it is, you know, my brother is trying to achieve. So just go ahead and get this. You know, and as it is, you know, I think like he already thinks that I'm doing a whole lot already, so we just go off of that. I wouldn't add any more to the complexity of what it is I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, so this is poised to get this back happening. I'm just gonna try to space out these things here. No, you know, the thing is his back is going to be kind of covered with a cape. I think the cape comes out from like the middle of his back. It's part of his cowl actually. So, you know, I'm gonna try to keep that in mind. Now the cowl is the mask he's wearing. This thing is a combination of the mask and the hood. I think you call that a cowl. Like Batman has a cowl. I think like all this is supposed to be one, but I'm not sure exactly how that works out, so at least with this character. Sometimes you just gotta start somewhere and just, you know, kind of work your way up kind of thing. Okay, so we got this like this here. I may be able to. Something like that. I'm just gonna rotate just to see the contour. Okay. Okay, look at this right here. Let me try to simplify that a bit. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, so we did that. Woo! Having fun. So I was kind of warned in the past, not really warned, but somebody mentioned that, you know, streaming, trying to stream retopoing probably would not really work, right? And I understand where they was coming from, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to give it a shot, you know, and not like I was ignoring the advice. I actually agreed with them. I was like, you know, I could see retopoing not being the most funnest thing to watch, you know, but I'm thinking somebody out there is going to get some kind of benefit. And in any case, I mean, to be honest with you guys, a lot of the stuff you got to do, you know, you got to do in some form of fashion. Either you have a program that does it a lot more automatically and then you just do a little cleanup. I mean, I think there's like AI out there now that would assist with running, you know, getting topology going on. But the thing about it is that it's kind of good to kind of know how to do it by hand, because just in case you run into any problems, you know, you could be like, ah, okay, I know why this is happening, you know, and I know how I could fix it manually if need be. And also, you know, by retopering, you get to kind of dictate, you know, how the model kind of looks, right? So that's a good thing. Okay, maybe while we recoup, I have like story time. Story time with exercise. Story time with exercise Nick. Story time with Nick. Okay, so check this out. Have you guys ever heard of the story of the prodigal son in the Bible? Have you ever heard that story? It's a pretty interesting story. It's funny. I'm kind of identifying with the prodigal son a little bit right now, if you know what that story is about. So I could tell you guys the story a little bit here. So, there was a father who had two sons, right? And one of the sons woke up one day and he was like, "Hey Dad, give me all my inheritance. Give me everything. Whatever you got for me, just give it to me. I want to go take that inheritance and live it up and enjoy life and go party and have fun, whatever. That's what I want to do with my inheritance, right?" And then the father was, he was fed up, he's like, "I want to move from home. I don't want to stay home all my life," right? So, the father was kind of grieved in his heart or whatever it is. He's like, okay, you're my son, go ahead, take the inheritance and do what you want, whatever it is, So that's what the son went and did, right? So the son went and he went to the big city, He went to the big city and he had his inheritance, right? So that's like tons of money and stuff or whatever that he had that the father gave to him. So he's living it up. He has all these friends because he have like tons of money. He has all these nice girls. He's getting sports cars and parties and just having a blast, right? And eventually one day, his money started to kind of run out. After what they call riotous living, living and just having fun with what you got. And he started to run out of money, and slowly, and one by and as like within life, one by one, his friends started to kind of start seeing less friends, less invite to parties, because his money's running out. So he's like, man, I need to get a job or something, I need to get a job to pay my bills. I need to be able to live, and he couldn't find a job nowhere in the city that he was having fun with. None of his friends could help him, believe it or not, right? So they were there to help him spend his money. But when it was time for him to get the help that he needed, right? Nobody was able to help him. Right? Does this sound familiar to you? Has this ever happened to you in your life? And so the only job he could find is one of the people who used to party with him say, "Hey, the most I could do is to you could help me, you could take care of these pigs." He had like the guy was a pig farmer or whatever it is. And if you feed these pigs, I'll give you a place to stay, He's not even getting like really like money, he's just getting like a place to stay for taking care of the pigs or whatever it is, So he's still, like that doesn't even take care of his food. So like one day when he was feeding the pigs, he was so hungry, he started to look at what the pigs were eating and started to feel really hungry, and he was about to eat the pig food that the pigs was eating, right? He was about to go eat some of the pig food, and he remembered that, wait a minute, one of my father's servants, the lowest servant that served his father was doing better than what he was doing right now. One of his father's lowest servants, you understand, had had a proper meal. They weren't eating pig food and stuff. So he was like, you know what? I sinned against my father, right? Things are terrible. Things didn't work out the way I wanted, the way I thought they would work out. I'm gonna go back to my father and apologize for taking the inheritance or whatever it is, and moving away from home. And I'm gonna ask my father if I could just be a servant. If I could just be a servant to him, and so I wouldn't have to eat pig food and stuff. So he kind of humbled himself and realized that what he did, the place where he was going, you understand, didn't work out for him. The thing that he wanted didn't work out, right? So he went to the father. Yeah, so he went to the father. He went back to the father to just act, basically beg his father to be a servant rather than a son, so that he could, like, so that at least he wouldn't be eating pig food or anything, And when he was returning, one of the servants saw him coming and ran and told his father and say, "Hey, your son I see your son, he's coming back home. I see him, coming back home." And the father was so excited. He got up and he was like, "Hey guys, make a real good supper, kill the best lamb, so my son can eat the best lamb or beef or whatever it is, and get a really nice robe and we'll put it on him, and get really nice jewelry and we'll put a ring on his finger and all that sort of stuff." So when the son returned and said, "Dad, I'm sorry. I spent all the money, and I spent it on partying and stuff like that, and I didn't have any money, and I was about to eat pig food from a job I had, and I realized if I'm one of your servants, I would eat better than eating pig food or whatever it is." And the father was like, "Son, I'm so glad that you're back. I thought you were dead. I didn't hear from you. I didn't know what was going on in the big city. I'm just so glad you're back. And don't worry, you won't be a servant. You're my son, and I forgive you for taking the inheritance and spending it, and we will work this out." And the father started to cry and hug his son and everything like that. Whoa, look at this. Conjure of Coom. Conjure of Coom, what's up? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following me. We do art here. We do 3D. I was doing retopering of a superhero character, and I was actually having a little bit of a story time. But thank you so much. Hey, how's it going, X Nikki? What do you think of our new friend? X Nikki's gonna laugh. There you go. We're celebrating that you followed us. Thank you. I hope that this channel would be very productive thing for you to watch, and fun thing for you to watch also. And be sure, if you have a chance, be sure to join our Discord if you want. You don't have to, but if you want, there's a Discord out there. Yes, I was telling a story about the prodigal son, and I was talking about how I feel like I identify with that story right now in my life, right? So yeah, so I'll continue the story here. So what happened, right, is that so they're all about to eat this really nice dinner that the father made for the son, and the son who ran away had some really nice clothes and jewelry that the father gave him. So there was another son, right, who was what they call like a faithful, loyal son. He never ran away. He didn't spend his inheritance. Whatever his father asked, he did. When he saw his brother who took his inheritance and spent it on like partying and women and wine and all that, he was pissed off. He was like, look at this. They killed the best sheep so that we could have like a really good dinner for him, right? And he spent his inheritance, and look at me, I was here all the time, and they never had a party like this for me. My dad never gave me a really nice clothes or jewelry, and he was pissed off. So the father noticed off to the corner of his eye that his other son, who has been faithful, was angry, and he was kind of crying. And then the father was like, son, why are you crying? You know what's going on? He said, Dad, you never did any of this for me, and I've always been here. I didn't run away. I was faithful. I didn't spend your inheritance. I didn't embarrass you and stuff. Look at my brother. He did all of that, and he came back with his head down. And you're celebrating because he came back. And then the dad looked at his son and he said, son, I thought your brother was dead, right? But he's alive, and anything that's mine is yours. Anything that you want is yours. It's here. Your brother is alive. Let us celebrate and celebrate that he's alive and he's doing okay now, and he came back home. And then at the end of the story, the thing is, Jesus was telling the story, right? So at the end of the story, Jesus was like, this is how the kingdom of God is. This is how God sees humanity, right? As us moving away, doing our own thing, and then coming back, and when we come back to him, he gives us his best. He gives us better than what we could ever think and hope for, So anyways, yeah, so that's the story. I don't know why I said that. I don't know, maybe somebody out there, it may help them. I know I'm going through a tough time too. Yeah, it's touching. I mean, I'm basically almost going through that right now, to be honest with you, Conjure. So I feel like I am. I shouldn't say I'm going through that. I feel like I'm going through that, and I could when I heard that story a long time ago as a young person, as a young guy, I understood it. It felt touching, but I didn't really relate to it. But now, a little bit years down the road, now I really, now it's really hitting home right now. In some ways, Anyways, we're continuing retopering this guy. So look at this, guys. I try to kind of follow a little bit of like what's going on with the chest and that kind of thing. Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, I'm trying to like kind of keep to the contours here. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So okay guys, I think we're doing pretty good. I think like after a little ways we will well deserve playing a little bit of video games after this. See here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that, kind of join this together a little bit. Oh, if this is Blender, okay. So no, this is a program called 3D Code. I normally we use Blender here, but I like to try different programs from time to time, and I do a lot of sculpting in 3D Code. So 3D Code looks like this. Don't blink. Don't blink. Check it out. So it looks like this, all right? It looks a little intimidating at first, but I've been showing people how to do retopo in 3D Code and stuff like that. You could do the same kind of thing in Blender. So yeah, and I think I may have done some. I think I have done retopoing in Blender. I'm not sure. I think there's a video like that out there. Oh, it looks way neater. Yeah, neat. If you mean neat, you mean in terms of like orderly, or do you mean like cool? Either way, yeah. Either way, I agree with you. Blender could be confusing if you do too many tweaks to it. But you're in the right place. I try my best to keep things as simple and as streamlined as possible. Right. And you can't move it around. Huh. I wonder what you... Okay. Let me see. Let's come here. Let's fire our Blender. I wanna... Let's take a look. Yeah, 3D Code is mostly for sculpting. So I'll show you. So like, look at all these, look at these tabs up here, right? So this is, right now I'm in the Retopo tab. This called this the Retopo room, where you could make a low polygon model on top of a high polygon sculpt, right? Let's just make sure and save here. I just want to save before I move on. Okay. So if we click on Sculpt, it'll just go straight to the Sculpt room, and this is where we could sculpt like a detailed character. So I would call this character not, not extremely detailed. For me personally, I would call it mid-level detail. But I think that's good enough for what it is I'm gonna do with this character. I don't need anything like highly detailed, because the character is gonna be like maybe this far away from you, maybe that far. And the Blender UI on the right. Okay, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you know what, guys? While I think Conjure gave me an, I just wanted to put on the worst case scenario shader. So there's different shaders here in 3D Code you could use to view your model while you sculpt. I normally sculpt using this shader because it looks like the ZBrush shader, and it shows you every imperfection on the model, so that you could get your models looking really nice and clean. And then I put and once I'm done, I use a regular shader to view it, which is this shader. But I'm gonna put it back on this worst case scenario shader here, and let's view the retopo. Oh yeah, that's much better for the retopo. I'm gonna fire Blender. I think what you're seeing, let's fire Blender here. Okay, here we go, Blender. So what are you talking about? You're talking about this stuff on the side here? You know, let's load a cool model for Conjurer. Let's load the Warlord. There you go, it's Mr. Warlord in here. Whoa! So this is probably what you're talking about, like all this sort of stuff. Oh, your UI scale is a bit larger. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking about having a larger UI scale on here so that people could see what's going on. But I think if I make it too large, I wouldn't be able to actually work because I have a pretty big monitor. It'll be too cramped, you know, because look at this part right here. This part is animation. Like I need all these to be able to see all these animation keys. And plus, Nikki's head over there is covering half the UI. Right, Nikki? Okay, she's gonna say something in a minute. Wow! Yeah, there you go. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, we have him defending. That's my defend. Do I have a walk cycle in here or what? Control rig. Where's that walk cycle? Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh man, let's have some fun here. 40. There we go. Let's hide all the apparatus. This is what we do here. Yeah, so this is for a game that I'm making called Soul 3000, Soul Day of Light 3000, and it's early access on Steam. So primarily, you know, we do art in Blender like what you're seeing. So I do modeling, sculpting, animation. So I put bones in the character and we animate it, and we make game assets, and then we put it in a game where we could play. You know, so we have most of that kind of, we have that whole workflow in some of the older videos. You know, feel free to check it out. Check the Exercise Show on YouTube, and you could look at all the older videos how we put all that together. If you're ever interested, you don't have to. Yeah, so just kind of giving you a little taste of kind of what we're doing. So that's the main thing that we do here. We also do drawing, and we watch anime, and we have fun, and also, you know, I do reactions. So if you want me to react to anything, I could react to it. And if you got any questions or you have anything to share, feel free to share it. Oh, let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, this guy I wanted to see kind of like some of the stuff that we do here. Then but this character here that I'm retopoing here in 3D Code, yeah, this character is a comic book character that my brother did called Scarlet Ibis, and we did a sculpt on him from scratch. Well, you know, from a base 3D model actually. Was this from scratch? No, from a base model we did it from. A very basic model though. And I'm to the point now where I'm making the low poly mesh so that we could do animation and stuff. We're gonna color it and then do animation. So I'm gonna close Blender down. The characters are kind of Birdman, so I think I'm gonna do the cape in Blender. I'm not gonna do the cape in here. And his mask here, the nose extends, so all that's gotta be rigged in Blender. Yeah, that's enough of that. Let's continue. Let's see how far we can get with this. Okay, so this thing here is a no-no, so I'm gonna find a way to get out of that. There we go. Yeah, most people who watch the stream, then they're just starting in Blender also, so you don't have to be a pro or anything like that. You know, I'm just showing my process for creating different things. Also, if you're ever interested in checking out 3D Code, you just have to go to this site here. This 3D Code, pillageway.com. or pillsway.com. Yeah, so 3dcode.com, right? And you could download a trial for free. You could download the latest version. It's free. It's not free, you gotta pay for it. So it's like so check this out. So if you go buy here, so I'll show you what I bought. So I bought it for like about about probably in US that's about $300 to $400 or something. So I bought it, and once you buy it one time, you just have to keep upgrading it for a little bit of money. But if you download the trial, check this out. You're gonna like this. Whoops. Come on. Okay, so yeah, if you download the latest version, right, of 3D Code, right, you could run it in trial mode, and when your trial is finished, you could still use it. The only thing you cannot do, I think some of the export options might be disabled, I'm not sure, and you can't render from it directly, but you could still use it, you know. Yeah, if the trial runs out, let's see, like a 30-day limited trial. I was reading up on it, and one of the reasons I use it is because I use Linux, and there's a version for Linux, but there's a version for Windows and Mac. So if you have a Mac or Windows, you could use it. It doesn't matter. Computer. Let's see here. 3D Code. Unlimited. Yeah, so right here, what is unlimited free learning mode in 3D Code. Did you know you can learn to use 3D Code tool set for as long as you wish before you decide to purchase your license? Yes, it's true. Once the 30-day trial expires, usually import/export functions get disabled. However, saving loading your files in 3D Code internal 3D format or 3B format still works with limitations of 20 sculpt objects and 10 layers. That's plenty. You're on Linux also? What? You're like let me see, about the third, like maybe like you're like the fourth person. You're like, there's like four of us who's part of this community here, the Exercise Show. We're Exercise Force, you know. You're like the fourth person that uses Linux. That's great. Wow. I love it. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of really good production tools on Linux. That's amazing. Okay, let me see here. So I'm gonna try to keep this somewhat okay. Yeah, definitely. I have a ton of production tools on Linux. And for a long time, Hollywood feature films, that's what they use because they have their own software that they create and they use Linux as their base systems. You know, like Star Wars and stuff, you know, like they use Linux based systems and stuff. I totally agree with you. Yes, it's super cool. Okay guys, I need to speed this up just a smidgen. Just keep this going. Okay, let's pull up. I'm gonna get rid of some of the interface here. I'll just use a little quick tool access bar here. Okay, and I think I'm going to use the stroke method so we could generate some polygons really quickly without me having to click every single one. So okay, so let's just get to this point here. Okay, let's try to use the stroke method now. Okay, let's see, there is a special Linux kernel called AV Linux Audio Video. Wow! You're gonna have to tell me about all this stuff, Conjure, because I mean, I've been using Linux for years, but you know, I haven't checked out a whole bunch. I know there's all kinds of stuff out there. Wow, AV, wow, that's so cool, AV Linux. Definitely gonna be looking that one up. Okay, let's use the strokes method just to add some variety here. Whoops. Okay, let's do one more stroke in the middle here, and I think this should be able to let's do it a little bit better than that. Yeah, you can tell it's screwed up right there because it's just like too tiny. Let's zoom in. Make the brush size is a little. Okay, the brush size is fine. Okay, here we go. Alright, that's better. Alright, enter. Bam, look at that. Why didn't you use that all along? That's so cool. Okay. Just missed a few here. That's fine. Aha. Yeah. Is there an equivalent thing in Blender that can make cuts like that? I want to say yes. I want to say yes, you know. I think there's stuff in Blender that could do that. Let me think. Yeah, I want to say yes, but this is you know what? I've seen people done stuff like that with grease pencil. So what I just use is like a strokes method to generate polygons, and I think with grease pencil you could do stuff like that. And I think there's also like plugins you could download straight inside of the Blender UI. One that comes, I think, is it B splines or something like that? I think there's a plugin you can enable and it will allow you to do this kind of stuff like that. I'm gonna hit enter. So you generated. So you're just gonna generate some of these like this, you know, real quick. I'm gonna hug the clavicle. The back shouldn't really be any crazy. You're gonna be learning sculpting tomorrow, okay? I'm so happy. Is this something that you're gonna do, or is it like part of a school thing, or?